What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you are having a great day so far. Um, this episode felt like a filler episode. It wasn't nothing really important happening except for the Maxie stuff. That was the only important piece of today's episode. But the rest was somewhat funny. But the other parts were just stupid. Shouldn't have happened. Whatever. Here's my thing. Rafe, TJ, Molly, Taylor can go. They're boring. I can't even call what they have. They don't have a storyline. That's just the point. I can't even call it a storyline. Their sole purpose on the show at this point is just to be a part of episodes that don't really matter. That's just the whole point of it. Because this whole stupid thing Taylor got going with Rafe is dumb. Just to break up TJ and Molly so they could get them jealous is stupid. Um, it's a dumb plan. It's kiddie shit that I really don't care for. Um, so Taylor and Rafe's whole plan is to get Molly and TJ jealous, but to me it seems like it's working a little bit. Because clearly somebody jealous, and it do seem like Molly and TJ are kind of jealous. To me, it seems that way. Just by the facial expressions, by the way they talk, it seemed like they are getting jealous. Um, but personally, I feel like all of them don't serve a purpose. Like I rather them keep Molly because Molly's been a part of the show longer than the three of them. And she's Alexis and Rick Lansing's daughter. So that's another reason to keep her on the show. But I would want them to keep her on the show. But you got to give her something to do. Like, why aren't these kids in school? They're teenagers. Why are they not in school? All I see them do is go to Kelly's Diner back and forth. But I don't ever see any school scenes with them. Like, or even mention in school. Like, seriously, where's school? Why, like, the writers really do need to do like One Life to Live and All My Children, and do how all of those shows do. Put in a high school. That's what they did. At least we got to see Star Manning and everybody in Langston and Cole in high school. With these kids, it's like they don't even go to school. It's like they probably all being homeschooled or something. But they get to wander around Port Charles during the morning hours and not a mention of just stupid to me. So anyway, Sam and Silas, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be brutally honest. Whether all of y'all agree or not, and I'm pretty sure the majority of you all are not gonna agree with what I'm about to say, but you really do need to hear what I'm about to say because this is some truth. Whether we all like it or not, Steve Burton, he's not coming back to the show anytime soon. Whether we like it or not, the character of Jason Morgan is not coming back to the show anytime soon. Whether we like it or not, Sam is going to move on. I like the fact that she's moving on. I don't like that as Silas, but it is what it is. She's going to move on with Silas. I guess that's where they're going for it right now. Her and Silas are basically going to become a couple eventually. I don't like it. You guys don't like it, but it is what it is. I mean, we can't do nothing about it. The writers are the one writing it. It's their call. It's their decision. We have no say. We don't have to like it, but if you're gonna watch the show, you gotta watch it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna keep bashing it or whatever because it's pointless to keep bashing Silas when really he's done nothing wrong. I don't really see him having an ulterior motive, not yet. We can't blame. I know a lot of people don't like Michael Easton or whatever, but we can't blame Michael Easton. He's just doing his job. He's doing exactly what the writers are writing for him to do. So we can't blame him. I know a lot of people think Michael Easton is pulling some strings with Ron and Frank to, have certain storylines happen, which is not true. Let me tell you something. Soap actors have no say in what happens with their characters or the storyline. They have no say. It's all the writers. Eric Braeden, who plays Victor Newman on YNR, he said it himself. He's been on the show over 30 years. He's never had a say about his character, Victor Newman, or the storylines he's put in. He has no say. No soap actor has a say. They might have an opinion, but they don't have the final say. They don't have a say, period. But they can have their opinion. And that's about all they get. So I'm not mad at the Silas character. I do think he's shady. Yes. I think he's hiding something that he don't want Sam to know. And I think once Sam finds out what it is, it's going to rock their relationship or whatever is about to happen between the two of them. That's personally what I think. So it is what it is. But them all up in Jason penthouse, I still see the penthouse as Jason's penthouse. That's still his penthouse. Even though technically Sam is her house now, but you know, to have him parading around that penthouse, like, come on now. Why couldn't they give Sam her penthouse back? I like Sam penthouse. Remember she had the jacuzzi on the balcony and stuff? I think it was a hot tub. Either way, she had it on the balcony. I used to love her penthouse. I just felt like they didn't show more of it. But I did like it. It was, you know, nice. But Jason penthouse was nicer. I'm just saying. But Sam and Silas was opening up a bottle of wine. I could not see Sam as a wine drinker. I'm sorry. She is just not a wine drinker. She's more of a beer person. But she has some wine or whatever. So they kick back drinking some wine. They start to kiss. They were about to, you know, I guess go upstairs, have sex or whatever. But Danny started crying. I think that was fate. When Danny started crying and stuff like that, then when they were about to go at it again, his phone rung. He had to go to the hospital. That's fate telling y'all that now ain't the y'all to be doing to do. So it is what it is. Could I see her with, I don't really want her with Silas, but I just feel like he's boring. Like he has no personality. That's why I just don't want her with him. It's like their whole relationship just it makes me sleepy. Like I'm not interested in the pairing between the two of them. It's just boring. It's not interesting. It's too dull for me. They need to put her with somebody that's more outgoing. Like, you know what I mean? Not boring. Because Sam is a very outgoing person. So anyway. Moving on. Franco is just the dumbest. Like, he swear he intimidates somebody. Sitting there trying to threaten Derek Wells. Are you serious? If you only knew that this man is a mobster, all he got to do is snap his fingers and you're dead. Like, Franco just need to go sit down somewhere. So now he tried to invite, you know, like trying to threaten Derek Wells. Like, that's going to happen. Yeah, okay. So anyway, I get back on that in a minute. So Alexis was having her chit chat with Carly or whatever about Lucas. I actually enjoyed Alexis and Carly's chat because normally when they're together, it's not so friendly. It's always hostile between the two of them. So finally they had a somewhat friendly chat, and Alexis was telling her about Julie and Jerome, and she wanted to know if Lucas would give a DNA sample, could Carly call him or Bobby and see if they're willing to do that. Carly said she'd give it a shot. And then when Carly said that she had a date and Alexis seen Derek Wells, she looked like she was about to piss on herself. I find this situation so ironic because remember when Carly was supposed to hook up with Sean and then he turned around and hooked up with Alexis, and now Alexis was supposed to hook up with Derek Wells and now he turned around, now he's having a date with Carly. That's the funny part of it all. So she got a phone call from Dante and Lulu, so she left. Carly was having her date with Derek and she was flirting hard, like putting her hand all on his head, like on the side of his face. Carly was just so obvious. I think Derek definitely knows she up to something. And then Franco came in with Diane and Carly really was about to hit the roof. They whole scene was something straight out of High School Musical. I swear to God. This was some straight up high school, middle school shit. They sitting there, Franco sitting there trying to romance Diane or whatever, and Diane was trying to figure out what the hell was he up to. And he told her to play along or whatever. Carly went over there and started, you know, getting all in his face. And then she kissed Derek Wells. Franco was pissed. I'm like, y'all are like, here we are, y'all 40-something-year-old people playing these little high school games. Are you serious? Carly, you're out with Derek Wells trying to make Franco jealous. Franco's out with Diane trying to make you jealous. How old are y'all? Y'all are like 43, 44 years old, and y'all act like y'all 14. Get it together. Seriously. I seen 8-year-olds who act more mature than them. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That was just so immature, but funny, but immature. Anyway. So, Dante and Lulu, they invited Maxie and Spinelli over to their apartment. Was it just me, or did anybody else feel like Lulu and Dante at first were being very condescending? Like the way that their tone of voice, like the way they were talking, it was like they were being very like condescending towards Maxie and Spinelli. And they didn't even warm Maxie and Spinelli and them up to the idea of signing over their parental rights. Literally, as soon as Maxie and Spinelli came in the door, Lulu and Dante handed them parental rights papers, surrender papers, to give up their parental rights to Connie. I was like, are you serious? You're just going to shove the papers in their face and give them a pen and say, oh, sign over your kid and get out? That's what you're going to do? How rude. Like, seriously. Lulu, I never felt like Lulu and Maxie were the best of friends. I felt like Lulu was never her true friend. I always felt like that. Lulu and Dante, they can go straight to hell for all I care. I used to try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Lulu was not 100% on my shit list, and neither was Dante, but now they are full circle on my shit list. They both can go drop dead and go to hell. Kick the bucket. I really don't care. Get out of my face. I am so sick of the both of them. Like, they make me sick, especially on today's episode. They just brutally piss me off to the point of no return. And I was so happy when Maxie and Spinelli said that they're not going to sign those papers because they want their daughter back. Now Dante and Lulu are getting so, mad about it, talking about, oh, the only way y'all getting y'all baby is over my dead body. Well, bitch, I hire a maid to clean up the mess after we kill your ass, because come hell or high water, if I was Maxie and Spinelli, I would have been like, bitch, kiss that baby goodbye because she coming over to my apartment. That's exactly what I would have said. You can't keep them from their child. They actually have parental rights. They actually could take their baby now. Dante and Lulu don't have custody of that kid, and now they're trying to adopt the baby. And just like Alexis told them, you can't adopt that child until they give their legal consent. So it is what it is. Dante and Lulu piss off. And now Dante and Lulu want to go into a custody battle. What money? How are they going to afford their legal expenses? Yes, Alexis is Sonny's attorney, but she's not their attorney. She's the personal attorney to Sonny Corinthos, not Dante and Lulu. Unless they're going to call Sonny and ask him to front the bill for this legal fee, which is pretty much going to be high because Alexis and Diane are one of the most expensive attorneys in Port Charles. So speaking of, Dante, Spinelli and Maxie decided to fight back, and they've immediately contacted Diane Miller, like I assumed they would. And I know for a fact Diane gonna represent them, and whoever got Diane on their side, you won. Maxie and Spinelli, y'all officially won, because Diane is a much better attorney than Alexis. Alexis don't have a leg to stand on, neither does Lulu and Dante, because first of all, their history, like I said yesterday, their history is going to work against them. Lulu, you killed a guy, you had an abortion, you had psychiatric problems, your mother has psychiatric problems, your father is an international thief who has been arrested in other countries. Dante, your father is an alleged mob boss who suffers from bipolar disorder and who recently was waving around a gun threatening to shoot himself. And Dante, you covered up a murder 6 years ago for Brenda Barrett. So the way I see it, y'all are not fit parents. Yes, Maxie and Spinelli have some skeletons in their closet, but not as big as Dante and Lulu. And that's a fact. Yes, Maxie lied, she schemed. So plenty of people lie and scheme. Hell, judges do it all the time. But she never done anything really criminal to go to prison. I mean, she's not going to put the baby in danger. So anyway, Dante and Lulu, go fuck yourself as far as I'm concerned. Maxie and Spinelli, get your baby back. I am so team Spixie at this point. Dante and Lulu, bastards. I really hope all of you listen to what I said about Jason and Sam needing to move on, whether we like her choice of men. And that's what I'm saying. Danny, he's gonna need a father figure growing up because Sam cannot teach Danny how to be a man. Like, he needs a guy to do that. I'm not saying he has to call anybody dad or anything like that, but you know, it'd be good for him to have a father figure. I'm not saying that it should be Silas, but if it happens to be, it is what it is. I don't think Silas is going to be on the show too long, but we never know. So anyway, I hope all of you have a great day. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day.